Perth Inferno. They finish the season on top of the ladder. They win here in semi-final number 1. DeFore fires one, and there it is! DeFore managed to sneak that past Smith. Great save by Smith. And there it is, Conlon scores! Might get the puck in the right spot. Trying to get the pass to Conlon. Conlon has a double. Space back on to Godfrey. Godfrey away here. Butler's in help. Godfrey to Butler. Butler scores! Melbourne make it 4. After all the adversity all season, Melbourne put together the back end of a season that's been fantastic. Welcome to AWIHL TV here in Victoria. Visit victoria.com, major partners of the Joan McKowen Cup. Obviously, Melbourne being the sports capital of Australia. Amy Park, the MCG, all down by the river there. It's all fantastic stuff. And here we are at the Docklands precinct. Also great partners of the AW is the district here in the Docklands. Great place to meet friends, family. But of course, the grand final is hosted at the O'Brien Icehouse. Great supporters of the AWIHL as well and everything that they do. And that's what we're playing for today, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Joan McKowen Memorial Trophy. Fantastic stuff. Melbourne have won it many times before. Perth, this is their maiden grand final. They may be able to get their hands on Joan a little later on today. Welcome to the O'Brien Icehouse. My name is Todd Morrison. It's a pleasure to bring you all the action, and I'm joined by none other than Luana Williams. Luana, welcome.
Thank you so much, Todd. And how good is this? 5 months worth of playing, pre-season training, all of it comes down to this. The 2 top teams in the competition battling it out to see who can take home the honours.
And of course, for the grand final, we've gone top shelf. We've gone special comments. We've got a coach. He's a commentator as well. He's a great ambassador of the game. Super passionate about ice hockey. And you would know him, ladies and gentlemen, listening at home. He's got networks all around Australia in the ice hockey world. None other than Jacob Hodge. Jacob, welcome.
Thanks, Todd. Yeah, looking forward to this game. Looking forward 5 months, as Luana said, comes down to this moment. And we spoke about it last week in the final regular season games. This is what this will come down to, just moments.
Now, let's talk about these two teams. Big rivalry between the two. They've played each other 4 times this season. They share the ledger at 2 apiece. Perth, they got the chocolates on the first time they played each other, 5-4. Scala scoring with 11 seconds left in that game. That was an absolute beauty. Then the next day, Melbourne went ahead and beat Perth 6-1. That was a big comeback there for Melbourne. They weren't happy with themselves on the first day. Then the Saturday over in Perth, Perth won that one 5-4 in an overtime victory. That was huge. And then Melbourne answered back with a huge 6-1 victory. So today is going to be tense to see who will get the W. From Jacob, from what you've seen from both of these teams, where does your money lie?
It's going to have to be with Perth. And the big factor has been 2 things. Firstly, the explosive scoring of that top line. Clark, Crumpton, Salmons and Scala really being effective on the score sheet. And for Melbourne Ice, it's been the inconsistency of their weekends. They have not been able to win a weekend series against either Perth, Brisbane or Adelaide, all who made finals. So this will be really interesting to see what comes out on top.
We're going to go down now to ice level. Michaela Fellows will introduce our special guest here to drop the puck for our ceremonial puck drop. Luana, we have a special guest dropping the puck here today. Who have we got?
We actually have the Lord Mayor Sally Capp. It's very impressive. We've had a really great list of people coming in to puck the drop today, and I think having the Lord Mayor here with us today just shows the importance of this competition here in Melbourne and Victoria. So Sally Capp was re-elected as Lord Mayor of Melbourne in October 2020. And having previously been elected in May 2018. Her top priorities are setting the pace and driving a prosperous city economy, helping rough sleepers get more support and a pathway to secure housing, ensuring Melbourne remains a global leader in environmental sustainability. Also importantly, she's committed to seeing Melbourne reclaim the title of the world's most livable city. And I think considering that we have Moomba on this weekend as well, it's really great that she's been able to come down to the Icehouse and check out some ice hockey.
Fantastic seeing Sports Victoria and the Victorian government getting involved with the AW and sponsoring Championship Weekend. Great support by them.
Quick word, and then we'll look forward to a fantastic final. Well done on getting here.
congratulations to everybody involved in the O'Brien Icehouse. It's world class. It is wonderful also to be here to watch the best of the best as you battle it out for the Joan McKowen Memorial Trophy. We're expecting something fast and furious. I've come from the 40-degree heat of Moomba, and I'm now in the coolest place in Melbourne. Here watching you guys do your best.
To watch you play today, and I'm a representative of the Victorian Government, one of the sponsors today, and we are so very excited to back you, back women in sport, and back what I am sure is going to be a brilliant game of ice hockey in the next little while. So may the best team do what they do. So thank you.
Fantastic support there from our local politicians, Lord Mayor Sally Cap. So,
and now we invite the captains of both teams to please come forward.
The two captains will come now for the ceremonial puck drop. Moore and Acker, both fantastic captains for their teams. Great leaders. And again, my little superstition, who picks up the puck generally wins a game. Adelaide won in the last one. They picked up the puck from the puck drop, so let's keep an eye on that. Oh, okay, Acker picked it up first. Interesting. Silly superstition.
Thank you so much, Sally. Thank you so much.
Acker makes her way back to the lineup. We'll get the Australian national anthem
and now
to be sung.
Our hockey fans, if you're able, please stand, remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem to be sung by Ella Finlay. Australians, and let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with gold and silver, mouthful toil, our home is girt by sea, our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every sage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Quite interesting stuff here as the Adelaide and the Sun, Perth, the Inferno. They'll be on the right-hand side of the screen. Their benches will be on the right-hand side. Melbourne Ice in the unfamiliar, unusual position on the left-hand side here at O'Brien Icehouse Arena. Of course, the finals, it's a neutral zone between the teams for the finals. The Perth Inferno being the #1 seeded team, they said, we want the home benches, we want the home change rooms. And Melbourne, they weren't too happy with it either. There was a little bit going on pre-game, so interesting to see Melbourne starting off to the left and Perth to the right. Now, Luana, what's your feeling at the moment? How are you feeling on the lead up to this gold medal game?
Well, I'm super pumped. I'm certainly probably not quite as nervous as those who are on the ice because I'm not playing. Really looking forward to watching this. I think this is going to be a battle of the goaltenders. We saw that in both games yesterday. Those who are between the pipes did an absolutely fantastic job, and I'm expecting something very similar today.
Now, Jacob, you talked a little bit about the attack there of the Perth Inferno. What are the keys to victory for Melbourne? I know you said the Inferno are probably favourites here at the moment, but what do Melbourne need to do to win this game?
What Melbourne need to do is very simply work the offensive zone. What they have been good at all season is getting down low and keeping the puck in 60, 75, 90 seconds at a time. You want to wear down a team, get them tired over a 3-period game, and then eventually the second part will come down to screening Sasha King. She will stop what she can see, so get bodies in front, get dirty goals, rebounds, screen shots, tip shots. Those are the two factors for Melbourne Ice to go for gold.
I like what you're talking about there. I think that's the way to beat King, right? The Perth defence do a really good job at making teams that they play against shoot from tough angles. So if you can get some shots from in front of the net, get those rebounds, gritty goals, I think that's going to be the key. I like that a lot. Now, Luana, you're down there. Who's going to be between the pipes of the Melbourne Ice? They've changed all season. They've done that goalie duties via committee. Who we got in pipes today?
I think it looks like Janelle Carson today.
It is Carson, and we'll get this one underway. Now, what an interesting start it is, as Perth will go on the attack first. DeFore will get back here for Melbourne. DeFore getting it across here to Conlon. Now Butler away. Butler was brilliant yesterday. Late stages in the game, Butler was playing double shifts, staying out on the ice for long periods of time. We'll see how her legs feel in this one. That puck goes forward now. Butler just angling it forward now. Here's McClellan, who was fantastic yesterday, and we're so lucky to have Georgia McClellan on the broadcast with an interview with Graham Hyde. Conlon flicked that one over the top. Big collision there in the middle with Baker. Here's Noddle picking it up. Noddle, oh, that was a lovely backhanded pass here to Lukoviak. Lukoviak against the wall here in a puck battle against Cochrane and Baker. Irvine getting involved as well. Cochrane gets it loose and puts it towards the net, but it's wide. It's not going to trouble Sasha King at all. Webb will pick it up here and we'll flick it back. Cochrane coming back now. Here's Baker. Now Cochrane firing, but it goes across the face of goals. Lukoviak will get the rebound and try and get it out defence. Baker keeps it going forward in the attacking zone. Here's Noddle. Now Raimundo sent it forward. Great work there from Raimundo. Aparicio will get across into the corner. Working the puck here for Perth is Irvine. Got it out going wide. Now they'll flick it into the middle. Deflected from Aparicio. Aparicio makes her way off for the change. Moore will get across. Tactically, Jacob, what are you seeing at the moment?
Well, lucky enough, I actually got to have a chat to Melbourne Ice women's head coach Curtis Klooster prior to this game. And what he said was both of these team styles are quite similar. High octane, high offense. So what we're seeing right now is probably just a feeling out of both teams, seeing who's going to crack first, seeing where the holes in each other's game are. And right now, just some high-flying skating in offense at the moment.
Face off, Grigliunas versus Acker. Acker will win that one out as they go forward with it. So Moore, the captain, will have it in the corner here, just shoveling that across to Raimundo. Raimundo to Newman. That one didn't quite connect. Pressing forward there is McClellan. That's Lily McClellan wearing the 3. Come across here, Novartis trying to get involved. McClellan. Here's Salmons. Salmons now. Sends that one deep. We'll go here to Novartis. Behind the net. Just working her way in the office. Just trying to find an option here in front of net. Gets it out to Georgia McClellan, who fires a shot in there. Great save there from Carson. Another one comes in. Carson has to deal with that one and she'll trap it and we'll get a restart in play.
And that'll be good for Janelle's nerves right there as well, managing to get that slap shot off her shoulder and then killing the puck just there. So just, we can see here on the Skaters Network replay, a couple of shots that came ahead. So just giving her a chance to get herself into the game.
Butler versus Salmons here. Two great handlers of the puck. Butler won the face-off on that occasion. Comes out to pull in here. Godfrey will send that one forward. Here's Butler chasing it down. Butler's quick. Georgia McClellan will get there. Great battle. Butler just closing out. Conlon coming in, providing some support for Butler. Then dropping it off to Danielle Butler here behind the net. Melbourne building on their offense. Great work there by McClellan to knock that forward. Scala's going to come across and pick it up here for the Inferno. Crashing in there was Godfrey. Now Butler. Butler shooting. King saving it. Bobbled up in the air. It fell nicely for King. She was able to deal with that one well. So King under pressure early. That one gets cleared away for Noddle. Now they're pushing forward here. Great work here from Webb, but Pullen will get back for Melbourne. Such a great defence is Marnie Pullen. Noddle, great pass. Good shot on net. Good save by Carson. Webb just couldn't beat Carson on that occasion. We'll come back here. Webb missed that one. Baker will go forward. Webb will knock that one away. Webb, one of 2 Webbs in the team, and there's her sister now. And there's also the McClellans as well, and the coaches, the Hydes too. 3 sets of siblings in this Perth team.
Bit of an interesting start here, and we did on that last Melbourne Ice shot. They're starting to understand the assignment. Get bodies in front of Sasha Keane. That's why that bubble came out of the blocker. Good clear from Perth. 4 minutes in.
It's the voice there of Jacob Hodge Our resident special comments on the broadcast. Here's Acker. Comes out now. Acker trying hard. That was deflected back. Here's Aparicio. Aparicio knocking that one forward. Irvine's going to get back here for the Inferno. Irvine has McClellan in support, but Acker will come back, the captain. Acker will look to reverse things here and go out wide, looking for Novartis, but it was a little too much on it. Picking it up here is Lily McClellan. Raimundo getting back in defence. Had to clear it away. It was desperation stuff. Moore got it going the other way, using the rim. Melbourne will come across, but firing in there is the Inferno. They'll get it in the corner here and see what they can manufacture. It comes out into the neutral zone. Unfortunately, they'll have to retreat. Scala has it now. That's a great pass across. Michelle Clark-Crompton, MCC, what can she do? Tried to go back into Scala. That didn't quite work. Howe will get it and clear it. Georgia McClellan in the middle here. McClellan trying to go forward with it. Did. Sent it. Moore will get onto it. Moore sending it down low. Salmons cutting that one off. That was brilliant play by Salmons. Here's Clark-Crompton now, looking goal bound, firing that shot. Raimundo put her body on the line. Brilliant defence there from Raimundo. That's what it's going to take to win a gold medal. You've got to put everything on the line. Here's Scala. Flicking that one now. Michelle Clark-Crompton behind the net. Great pass into the slot. Salmons couldn't quite get it on the one-timer. Newman clears it away here for Melbourne. Georgia McClellan tried to keep it ahead but couldn't. It's going to come all the way back now for Zoe Webb. She'll go out wide. Perth have got numbers. Here's Salmons. Getting across there was Cameron. Salmons beat Cameron. Now Lukoviak tried, couldn't. Michelle Clark-Crompton here keeps it ahead in the blue line. Cameron from Melbourne will get back. Tried to rim it away. Did. Got some success with that one. Trying to flick it forward here. And now Melbourne will regenerate attack here through Butler. Michelle Clark-Crompton's stickless, but Butler will still continue to fight for it. And they'll try and go ahead. Lukoviak gets tangled up in her, but Perth will regain possession here in the neutral zone. Lukoviak and Conlon combine. Now Noddle. Noddle on the attack. Noddle around one. Perth shouting out for maybe a stick check there, maybe a penalty, and it's going to be. What do you see there, Jacob?
Yeah, that's looking like a pretty obvious penalty there on Cameron. They call it tripping, but as you can see here on the Skaters Network replay, just gets her stick tangled up in the feet of Noddle, and Perth's going to get their first power play opportunity of the game, and here come the big guns.
And we've had the puck down this end of the ice for quite some time. We've only had 2 shots on goal from Perth, but it certainly does feel like a lot more than that watching.
And by the big guns, you mean that triple-headed monster is self-titled by Salmons. And that will be offside. Salmons not happy with that one. The puck just coming into the neutral zone slightly. So power play time here for Perth. We talk about that triple-headed monster. Michelle Clark-Crompton, Scala and Salmons. And Lukoviak on this power play line with Georgia McClellan as well. That is a lethal 5. Here's McClellan. Now into the attack. McClellan dumps it off to Scala, who gets the shot in. DeFore got a body in the way. Carson managed to save it off the chest of DeFore. That was an awkward-looking save, but well done.
Yeah, she's really having to work hard at the moment, isn't she? His first 7 minutes. Janelle Carson, we can see here on the Skaters Network replay.
So brilliant save at the end there by Carson. He'll come out here for Salmons. 1.5 minutes left on the power play. Deflection there. Moore nearly put it in her own net, but it'll come out the back. Here's Lukoviak. Cleared away. Melbourne here. That's going to buy them some time. The Melbourne fans happy with that one. What do Perth need to do here, Jacob, to score here on the power play?
Just keep getting volume of shots at this point, and also you'll notice that Clark-Crompton's playing that sort of bumper tip-in roll. They'll try and look for a floater on net, try and see if he can get a stick in a change of direction. But speaking of change of direction...
Unfortunate there, Butler on the breakaway, Butler one-on-one, Butler trying, King got across, great save. Lukoviak just goes over, here's Conlon now. Conlon McClellan hot on her tail. Melbourne is so dangerous, even short-handed. Conlon just kicks that one forward. Now, here they go, they break away. Michelle Clark-Crompton looking to go net bound. Drops it off here to Scala. That was fancy. Scala firing. Carson with a save. This is hot stuff here early. Carson trying. That one's deflected over the back. Great defence in the end by Moore to get in front of Scala. We'll come out here to Irvine. Irvine sends it deep. Now they'll look to attack. Here's McClellan. Back to Irvine. Cochran blocked the shot. That was nice. Now McClellan fighting for it here. They'll go down low here, Perth. Still 14 seconds on this power play. Crompton, backhander, what a save by Carson.
Yeah, she's really been peppered at the moment, Carson. This is a really strong power play here by the Perth Inferno. We can see here on the Skaters Network replay. Getting the puck into centre of ice and then just putting the shot in. And great save there by Carson.
Brilliant save. So power play nearly over here for Perth. 10 seconds left and Cameron will rejoin us. Noddle and Butler in the face-off. The puck just dropped and stayed. Pullen trying to get it away, clears it away. Now Jacob, was that a successful penalty kill? What do you rate that for Melbourne there? Oh, here comes Godfrey on net. Jacob, how do you rate that penalty kill?
Had its good moments, had its bad moments. Obviously the short-handed chance for Butler, a very, very good, insightful play, but also a couple of times they got caught out of position and you had Clark Crumpton getting those easy shots in front of the net. So the big thing is, though, they're 1 for 1. They killed the first one.
Shot fired, it's off the side of the net.
They killed the first one, and now it's just back to 5-on-5 from here.
Here's Godfrey, tried to get it to Butler. That was a beautiful pass. Couldn't quite connect. Pullen will come back here in defence. Just working into some space here. Flicks that one over the top. It's going to come here for Kingno. She's going to let it go. Georgia McClellan will pick it up. He'll knock it out forward, but it goes to the waiting of Butler. Butler tried to put it in to Defoe. Now, here we go. Salmons away. Salmons and Scala versus Godfrey and Pullen. Salmons tried to put that pass forward. Scala will get to it in the end. Scala, the Biz, what can she do? Looking for options, trying to bring it into the middle. Couldn't quite. Defoe came across. Deflected that one away. Hot stuff early. The Inferno have managed 7 shots on net. Their game against Brisbane, they were heavily down in the shot tally. It's great to see them get a few shots up.
So Melbourne Ice trying to make a change on the ice in there, just trying to play some mind games. Interesting you brought up the bench tactics from Perth. This has happened once before, the 2017-18 season. The Sydney Sirens finished first and did request that bench in the grand final. Melbourne Ice ended up winning that game 3-1 actually. So it'll be interesting to see if Melbourne Ice can go 2 for 2 on their home/visiting bench.
So a little bit of luck for the Melbourne Ice on the away bench. We'll keep that in mind. I like that, Jacob. Great stuff there, bringing one back from the archives. Here's Conlon. Tried to get it to Defoe. Scala will pick it up here. Scala working into the slot. Couldn't quite in the end. Now it'll be Salmons. Scala, just a little challenge. Conlon working hard against the board here. Now they'll flick it forward. McClellan helped it going forward, but it's just blocked there. Cochrane got it moving forward. Here comes Baker. Baker away now. Baker to Cochrane. That's a good pass. Cochrane looking to come into the middle. Couldn't quite. Great defence from Perth. Cochrane got the shot away and a save by King.
Yeah, Sasha King, another save there. What we've become accustomed to all season, but I think we might have a penalty here. Yes, we do. That is Georgia McClellan, and I think she knew as soon as she did it. She sort of hung her head back and sort of sat down on the ice, aware of the infringement as soon as it happened.
So here we go. Now, power play time for Melbourne. Hasn't been their strength all season, but in the grand final, anything can change. They need a score here. That one's cleared away from Perth. Brilliant. That's going to buy them a few seconds. Going to come all the way back to Carson as Carson just helps that to Moore. Now Dutton. Try and knock that forward here. Irvine singing it going forward. Abruzio tried. Acker knocked that one as well. Now come across here to Dutton. Dutton flicks it out wide to Moore. Now they'll come back in to Abruzio. Abruzio across to Moore. Now into the attacking zone. Moore lays it off here for Shana Godfrey. Godfrey comes in, improves the angle. Good defence coming across there from McKenzie. Here's Abruzio. Now to Moore. Dutton. Down low. Godfrey. Back to Dutton. That was a good play there by Shana Godfrey. She adds so much. Her passing has been brilliant this weekend. She had an assist in the other game on the Saturday. Here's Dutton again. Dutton firing that one in. That was a laser. It's going to come out here now to Pullen. Pullen sends it in. Melbourne changed their line. Butler comes on, Conlon comes on. Comes all the way back here to Dutton. Conlon, 2 goals yesterday, Conlon. Was brilliant. Played a great game of hockey. Into Salmons in the middle here. Salmons just dumps it. Melbourne will get back. Dutton's been on for a really long shift at the moment now. She was just in a difficult position to come off. She'll make her way to the bench now, but here comes Butler. Butler now has got to take on a few. No stranger to that though. Perth clear it away. DeFore's got to get back here. Salmons tried. DeFore got there. Here's Conlon. Power play over. Back to even numbers. Butler fell over and Scala fished it out. Conlon came and just burst through and still has possession of the puck. Conlon improving the angle. Dumped it out to Pullen at the point. Pullen sending it in. There was a good goalie screen there, but King managed to get it out the way. Now DeFore faked the shot, then shot it. Another great save by King. Conlon put it back on net, putting a lot of pressure here on the Perth defence of Melbourne. Here's Godfrey. Trying to get it away here is McClellan. Come all the way back to the neutral zone. And DeFore will send it deep. Jacob, is that what you were talking about, getting in front of King? Is that the type of things Melbourne need to do?
That is exactly right. That is exactly what Melbourne need to do here. Get as many bodies, traffic, sticks in the way of Sasha Keane. And on that shift, they did a fairly good job of it.
Zoe Webb gets it away here. Now a nice little link-up play there by Lily McClellan. Cameron getting across. Big check into the boards there. And there's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, that was, once again, a pretty obvious elbow, and if I've ever seen it. Just very close to the head if you look at the Skaters Network replay. Just a little too obvious there on that one. So Perth going to go back to the power play, and the first time, a couple of really dangerous chances. Can they crack the code here on their second one?
Luana, the shot count at the moment, quite close.
It is really close. Yeah, 7 to Perth and 6 to the Melbourne Ice.
So Perth,
both are getting their attacking opportunities.
Perth will look to add to that shot count here in the power play time. Comes out here to Butler. Puck will come all the way back here. McClellan will pick it up. Butler forechecking here. Butler trying to get it back. Scored many goals like that this season. One that comes to mind was the one in Adelaide. It was almost an instant replay of that. Here comes Scala now. Scala gets around one. Great handle. Scala trying to shoot, but it was blocked by Cochrane. Melbourne will source the puck away. Perth at the moment, Jacob, just haven't really been cycling the puck well in their offensive zone, have they?
They're trying something really interesting here if you watch this breakout. They're trying basically almost a 1-2-2 breakout and trying to break with one person. And Melbourne's just sniffing it out every time. It might be time to try and do something like a backdrop pass or a screen pass. Get Melbourne to pinch, see that they can get in on a bigger ice surface.
Here comes Scala now on the left-hand side. Scala flicking that one across. Lukoviak with a great shot. Carson with a save.
We're seeing some great saves on both ends of the ice here. Sasha King, what we'd expect from her, and then Carson also doing a great job.
So play to restart here. 58 seconds here on the power play. Melbourne looking to get away here, even short-handed. Godfrey against McClellan. McClellan won the battle. Aparicio unleashes, but it's wide. Here's Irvine. Irvine going for it. Pullen will get back here. McClellan. Lily McClellan's played great already in this game. Now Godfrey tried to get through, but the puck came back. Irvine versus Godfrey. Godfrey just got it going out wide. Pullen will get across here. McKenzie will fight for it. Pullen won that battle, but Pullen went over in the end. McKenzie ends up with the puck. McKenzie flicking that out wide to Scala. Scala here looking for Irvine, but will just come back. They'll waste valuable seconds as the power play's nearly over. Back here to even numbers. Against the board, Cochrane goes forward with it. Here comes Irvine. Moore's going to come across here to try and forecheck it, but couldn't. Comes into the middle. Scala will get it going forward. Raimundo has to get across here. Scala will be breathing down her neck. Raimundo clears it away. Comes out here to Georgia McClellan. Using the board to go forward with it. Here's Butler. Butler on the right-hand side now. Has some support in terms of Conlon and Godfrey. Now looking to link up with one of them. Comes out to the point for Moore. Moore firing! But it was deflected. And here comes Butler. Butler stalking, looking. Butler to Conlon, and it goes in! It came off the foot of Conlon. And Melbourne get first goal in the grand final.
What do we talk about? Bodies in front. You throw anything in, the puck can go anywhere. Great patience there from Danny Butler, and just gets a likely bounce off of Stan Conlon's foot. And now Melbourne Ice with the all-important first goal of the grand final.
Yeah, and we'll see this on the Skaters Network replay here. It was the bodies and ice that really created that. The puck came up and it actually went underneath Sasha King's pads, and it was because of the fact that she couldn't see where the puck was because of all the traffic that enabled that to happen.
So there we go, Melbourne first goal. So that's going to be great for their nerves. Here comes Grigaliunas, sending that one forward to go behind the net here. Conlon now 3 goals this weekend. 2 yesterday and a great one there. Newman sends that forward. Sasha King, that's an easy one for her. Glove save. Bring that confidence back, just getting that glove save after receiving a goal.
Especially off that, what was it? Essentially a very bad breakout pass out of the corner, straight to Hope Newman coming over the blue line. Great, composed, calming save by Sasha King, and this is maybe what can toe the tie for Perth.
Here's Raimundo, sending that one forward here for Melbourne. Cochrane will get it in the corner. Now Baker. Baker, a member of that Youth Olympics team. Now down to Baker. Going low, back to Baker, but it was picked off. Here comes Noddle. Noddle flicking that one forward. Moore will get across for the Melbourne Ice. Moore now to Baker. Picked off Lukoviak. Lukoviak tried to get it to Scala, but Carson got in the way. Scala now behind the net. Aparicio trying to get it out. Here's Salmons. Now to Raimundo. Lukoviak coming across. Raimundo got it out. Scala will get there first. Scala tried to flick it to Salmons, but it didn't go her way. Puck goes high in the air. Will come across. Raimundo will have some time here. Perth pressing though. Raimundo got that away using the board. That was good, but now Perth will switch. Come out to Georgia McClellan, finding Scala on the link up. Here comes Scala, puts it in for Salmons. McClellan will end up with it. McClellan firing, a great save there by Carson. Brilliant work to be able to trap that and not let a rebound happen.
Yeah, this is really great effort here by the Melbourne Ice. Quite a lot of pressure going towards Carson's way, and she really is handling it very much like a pro. She's been very calm between the pipes, which is really going to be giving the Ice and the rest of the team a lot of confidence.
We're having a bit of a bounce back here, Carson. You'll know after last year's grand final, after a pretty horrible first period, this year, massive rebound. So far, looking pretty good, with almost the first period coming to an end.
Exactly right there, Jacob. It wasn't a great grand final for her last year, but she looks to be on song today, which is great to see. Here's DeFore flicking that one forward. Come all the way back here. And Magnuson as she goes forward with it. Here's Butler. Butler just knocked out of balance. McKenzie sent it forward. Here's Conlon. Butler in a battle against McClellan. Butler gets it going forward. What can Butler do? She stops props. Great pass by Butler to Conlon. Conlon couldn't turn with it. Michelle Clark-Crompton got it going to McKenzie. McKenzie on the breakaway here. Has Pullen. McKenzie tried to get the shot away. Just enough defence in the end from Marnie Pullen to make that difficult. Carson lost her stick. She'll get it back in the end. Now Melbourne away here. Conlon trying to get into the slot. Good defence here. Godfrey dumps it off for Butler. Butler now firing. It's going to be a penalty. Advantage Melbourne. Marnie Pullen with the puck now. Still bouncing around. And there we go. There's the penalty.
Yeah, once again, the one thing about grand final refereeing, they will only call what is extremely, extremely obvious. And that one there I think we could call a stick right around the body of Godfrey. Pretty obvious there for a hooking call at Melbourne Ice now with a major opportunity to not only extend the lead, but with a potential back-breaking end-of-period goal.
And Abby Webb will spend 2 minutes in the penalty box. So power play time here for Melbourne. So it'll be Cochrane and Scala. I'll fight for it here. Cochrane, Abruzio, firing. Couldn't quite. Scala will get across here, battle with Cochrane. Now Salmons. Defoe's going to get back here for Melbourne. So under 43 seconds left in the first period here, which has been a huge success for Melbourne, scoring the maiden goal of this game. Here's McClellan. McClellan goes over. Pass out, Abruzio firing. Scala blocked that one. Salmons will get there. Here's Moore. Come down to Baker. Now Defoe. Defoe lets off a cannon. King saves it. Deflected it, but then killed it.
Yeah, they've been great job there by Sasha King. We're seeing quite a few of those. The goaltenders are really having to take up quite a few of their rebounds at the moment as well.
We know that Defoe has a lethal shot. We've seen a few of those go in this season. One was on the last weekend of the regular season. Salmons versus Dutton here. Salmons are so quick. Look at it, pick it up. Salmons! Carson with a save. Great save there by Carson. Salmons was unbelievable pace to get that breakaway and have a shot on goal.
Well, that pace and that goal and that save was absolutely needed. With 6 seconds to go, if Perth Inferno were able to score and go into the sheds 1 up, they would have taken away all the momentum they've been able to build this period.
Massive, massive, massive save by Janelle Carson. Cannot stress how close that was to going in. Those under-the-arm goals can be tricky, but a great save there. And Melbourne Ice will probably head into the first up 1-0.
So that's the end of the period. Melbourne 1. Perth Inferno yet to score. Of course, when we come back, the Inferno will have 51 seconds of penalty kill to go. What a great first period that was. Luana, what did you make of that?
Well, I think that was Melbourne Ice coming in with a game plan and really sticking to that. I mean, we heard from Curtis Booster in the press conference this morning that one thing you have to do when you play Perth Inferno is you need to make sure that Sasha King doesn't get into your head. So you have your game plan and you stick to it, and you just make sure that her strength and her skill doesn't deter you from your game. And they've done that by scoring the first goal. So that first thing done.
Jacob, tactically, what did you see? What are the changes that probably need to be made from both teams here in this period break?
If you're Melbourne Ice, you just stick to your guns. Keep getting the shots on, keep getting the bodies. It worked once, probably work again. If you're Perth, what you now need to see is, can someone from the depth scoring come and help out? That big line, you know they're going to get 1 or 2. It's the depth that finals hockey requires. So will there be one from maybe a Lukoviak, a McClellan, one of those role players needing to step up here for Perth heading into the second?
Fantastic stuff there. We're going to take a quick break here on AWIHL TV. We're going to have an ice clean. We're going to be back in about 15 minutes' time for all the action here in the Joan McKowen Cup.
This broadcast is powered by Sportscast Australia.
Why aren't there any girls playing?
Why do I always have to play with the boys? Why can't we go see girls play more?
Why don't I get to use the change room?
There's something a bit different about Victoria. More than just a little bit different. Victoria. Every bit different.
Nestled in Docklands, O'Brien Icehouse is the coolest destination to show off your moves. Families, friends and groups of all ages can enjoy the perfect day out with our public skating sessions running daily. We'll see you on the ice. O'Brien Icehouse.
This broadcast is powered by Sportscast Australia.
Why aren't there any girls playing?
Why do I always have to play with the boys? Why can't we go see girls play more?
Why don't I get to use the change room?
Why are there no girls on TV?
There's something a bit different about Victoria. More than just a little bit different. Victoria. Every bit different.
Nestled in Docklands, O'Brien Icehouse is the coolest destination to show off your moves. Families, friends and groups of all ages can enjoy the perfect day out with our public skating sessions running daily. We'll see you on the ice. O'Brien Icehouse.
Bowen make him pay. Liam Bowen! In his last game for Avondale, Liam Bowen has the fairy tale finish. Oh! He kicked that from Croydon, Matty. Here's Heyman in the penalty area. Michelle Heyman! She's won it for Canberra! Would you believe it? Could be a chance from Race Lowry.
Moments for the youngster. Misses it across.
Go this Scipio Croft. Back for Coco Scipio.
Morton, Arrowsmith for 2, and within 60 seconds.
Flosky was leaping, Reddy was under it, he then fumbled, and Tedeschi pokes in. Little alert here for the South defence, and it's a good header away to save the net. Oh, wow! Devon pulls out a spectacular overhead kick.
This broadcast is powered by Sportscast Australia.
Welcome back to AWIHL TV here, brought to you by Sportscast Australia on the YouTube network. Wow, what a fantastic period that was. Melbourne Ice lead with the solitary goal. Inferno yet to score. We're going to come back with the Melbourne Ice having a power play with the Inferno 51 seconds deep into their penalty kill. Of course, that penalty was Abby Webb. She has 51 seconds to serve. Now, Jacob, you're here with us. Now, if you were Curtis Klooster and the coach of the Melbourne Ice, what would you have said there at that period break to your team? What did you see tactically?
Well, first off, we're going to start very high-paced, high-octane on the power play. Try and get an entry in the first 5 seconds, set up and get a shot within the first 20. Really put the foot down on the gas. After that, once that penalty is over, just keep cycling. We talked about those 60 to 90 seconds in the offensive zone. Melbourne Ice have had a lot of control once they hit that offensive zone, so just keep doing what you're doing. And obviously, main goal once again, take away the eyes of Sasha King.
Now, let's put your Scottish hat on for a moment. Pretend you're Graham Hyde. What are you saying to your team there in that period?
It's interesting because a lot of their shots have been quite higher quality, and Janelle Carson's just been making the save. So at this point, you almost have to say the same thing. We've got to take Janelle Carson's eyes away. Both goalies right now are stopping what they can see. And really it's going to come down to, it's almost just a war of attrition at this point. Who is going to break first and who can break the game open? Because one goal leads are not going to cut it in this game. So if you're Perth and if you're Coach Graham Hyde, get in front of Janelle Carson, and once you take away her eyes, you're going to get those clean looks, those shots that Salmons and Scala like up high in the net.
Luana, the shot count's been quite interesting in this game.
It is. It's really quite even. 11 to Perth and 9 to the Melbourne Ice. So it's really, I think, what we expected to see so far, which is the best of the best playing and hopefully the best game of the season.
So just looking over at the bench there, Graham Hyde just giving instructions there to Abby Webb. As soon as that penalty's over, come off, and they'll throw another player on in the mix here as they start out with McClellan, Salmons, Scala, and of course Marie Irvine. Melbourne, they'll go to their interesting line here for them on the power play. Godfrey, Pullen, Dutton, and offside call straight away. It'll be Butler, Conlon, Godfrey, Pullen and Dutton. So normally DeFore is in this personnel. Dutton been raised to this line. Offside was the call, so we'll get a restart in the neutral zone. Scala just sending that one forward. Here's Salmons. Pulling, great pass across to Godfrey, but there's a whistle.
And not what Graham Hyde would want to see. Sarah Salmons. Oh, I thought it was going to be Sarah Salmons with the penalty. It's actually going to be Steph Conlon that gets it. So right away, speaking of the other coach, Curtis Klooster, the last thing you'd want is a negated power play early in the second. So we're going to get some 4-on-4 action, some open ice, and then Perth go into the power play for a minute 26.
And I think importantly, the face-off is going to happen in Perth Inferno's attacking zone, which means I only have to keep it in here for 30 seconds before they go the player up.
Puck is dropped, comes back to Scala. Scala crashing in. Godfrey wore that one, but away is DeFore. DeFore into the middle now. Godfrey just looks a little ginger getting up. She'll skate to the bench. She doesn't look well. Jacob, keep an eye on that for us. And Salmons goes away here. Just a little bit of tangle there with Aparicio. He's pulling now. Pulling trying to get into the middle. Scala nearly intercepting that one. Now Salmons. Salmons into space. Tried. Great defence there by DeFore just to get a stick on it. Trying to wrap around here was Scala but couldn't. It's going to come out wide here for McClellan. She sends it across the face of goals. Salmons is going to get back here. Unfortunately for Perth, the puck goes into the neutral zone. They'll have to retreat. Now, Inferno have full numbers on here, so it's going to be power play for them for the next minute 16. Here's Butler behind the net. Good defence in the end. Georgia McClellan will end up with it. She'll send it going forward. Marnie Pullen has to get across here and stop this from Melbourne, but we'll have Scala down her neck, and the puck is ice. It's going to come all the way back.
And it looked like that might have been a lower body injury there to Shana Godfrey. She was hanging onto her ankle as she was coming off the ice and just pointing to something there on the bench at the moment. She's with the hands of the physio right now.
So she's getting a little bit of treatment there. Down on the bench is Godfrey. She now stands back up. Well, it looks like she might go down into the dressing room, I think. She's making her way down there. No, she'll just take her spot at the end of the bench. That's good to see. Some positive body language, but here comes Salmons. Salmons firing. Carson dealt with that one easy enough and trapped it too to restart play.
Nice easy save there for Janelle Carson. Melbourne Ice doing something interesting. All the shots for Perth, probably the last 3 or 4, all coming out wide. And the one way you can negate the strength of Perth's top line, shots from outside of those hash marks, outside of that face-off dot. And right now, Melbourne Ice is sticking to the game plan, hence their 1-0 lead.
Play will restart here. It'll be Cochrane versus Michelle Clark-Crompton. Comes out here to Salmons. Salmons putting a shot on net, blocked there by Moore. Cochrane's going to get out here. Cochrane goes out wide. Here's McClellan. Goes across the face. Salmons to the Scala, who was open, but Cochrane got across. Scala setting it low. Here's Lukoviak. Back to Clark-Crompton. Now to Salmons. Down low, Lukoviak in the corner. Clark-Crompton now. Good stick check there from Godfrey. Great to see Godfrey back on. And here's McClellan. Moore come across. Moore just getting that one going forward. That was good. Power play over. Even numbers now. Here comes Scala. Cochrane, good defence. Conlon just comes charging straight in from the penalty box. Here's Scala. Godfrey getting across. Godfrey now attacking. Godfrey on the left-hand side. Has Salmons to beat. Gets through. Godfrey in the middle. Shot fired. King with a save. Here's Grigaliunas. Now McClellan. Gets it out here to Acker. Godfrey's going to get there first. Godfrey centre going forward. McClellan was back there. What a pass that was. Here comes Michelle Clark-Crompton firing early. Pulling with the block. Here comes MCC. Clark-Crompton couldn't quite get the handle. Carson with a save. Back out into the middle. It's going to be a battle here as Conlon tries to push through. Irvine getting back here. Sending it going forward. Here's Newman. Lukoviak nearly picked the pocket. Grigaliunas with it. Grigaliunas, another member of that Youth Olympics team. That one gets sent forward. Here's Pullen. Flicks one over the top. King has to deal with it. It was difficult in the end. Tough one to deal with, a weird angle that came in at. Cameron has to get back here. Lukoviak. Crushing into the boards there was Pullen. Out wide is Butler. Butler's got some room here to operate. Butler's going to go hard, right-hand side. In the middle is Howe. Butler comes into the middle. Great handles, great defence in the end. Good work there from Abby Webb. And she negated that one.
Firstly, that shot from Godfrey, I think it hit actually the outside of the left post. So, massive opportunity there for Melbourne Ice. And obviously a very good sign to see Shana Godfrey back on the ice and not looking 100%. She does look like she's sitting on the bench just to catch her breath and just to move around that looks like that left leg. However, looking good signs right now. And in
Butler
front
into the slot almost there from Godfrey. Now DeFore. DeFore firing. It's deflected and it goes in. Butler scores with a backhanded attempt. The rebound. Chaos in front of King. Caused Butler to score that one. And Melbourne make it 2. Big cheers from the crowd.
Well, even though Perth were on top, we are in Melbourne's rink, and I think this comes back to what you were saying in the first period, Jacob. It's really about getting bodies in front of Sasha King. There were so many bodies there in front of her, which then just sort of creates the opportunity to block her vision and to score, as we can see here on the Skaters Network replay. And we just saw, as we go into the start of this face-off, we just saw some of her teammates getting around her as well.
Brilliant backhanded attempt there from Butler. You just see it sneaking it inside the post. King didn't have much of a chance there. There was people in front of her everywhere, and Butler took full advantage. Here's Aparicio now. So Butler with an assist early to Conlon, and now adding to a goal. Butler is doing exactly what Butler does. Here comes Salmons, firing. Carson with the save.
And you can just feel the momentum starting to go directly into the hands of Melbourne Ice. And if you're Perth, you're going to need a change in idea here. Is it going to be a body in front? Is it going to be a point shot? Is it going to be a change in schemes? Be interested to see it, and obviously another nice glove save there from Carson.
From the pad and went straight into the glove. Let's have a look at this shot here from Clark Crompton. Great work there on the Skaters Network replay. Straight into the glove. Handy work. Carson on fire. Here's Clark Crompton again. Almost an action replay of that one. There's Scala now against Moore. Now Salmon's getting involved. That's scrappy, but it just deflected. Came into the middle, but just couldn't quite finish it. Now Zoe Webb's going to come out here for the Inferno. Linking up with a pass. Tried to get it to Scala, but Moore's going to have to get back here. Scala deflects it. Scala helping it to the net, and Carson with another save. So tense moments in this game for both teams. Melbourne with the 2 goals. Perth have to find something relatively soon. They don't want to let the momentum get too far ahead of them. Salmons versus Grigaliunas. Comes out here to Cameron. Here's Salmons. Down low to Michelle. Clark Crompton. Grigaliunas getting across there. Scala. Dutton. Flicks it forward. Come all the way back here for Zoe Webb. Webb looking for Salmons. Cut off. Here comes Scala now. Scala winds up. Blocked by Cameron. Carson just helps that one to Dutton there as a Zoe Webb here fighting against Grigaliunas on the board. Newman got involved. Newman v Scala. Now Grigaliunas. It's going to come all the way back to Irvine. Looking for the forecheck. There was Howe. Now Scala in the middle. Scala navigating her way through. Conlon just put Scala down. Michelle Clark Crompton flicks it over the top. Cameron will get back. Now Melbourne on the attack through Butler. Butler. Oh, great defense by Irvine. Solid work. Here's Godfrey. Into the neutral zone. Conlon has to come back here. Flicks it to Pullen. Pullen going tape to Defoe. Against the boards here. Butler trying to win that battle. Butler just willing it forward and will come out here to Defoe in the neutral zone. Defoe working across to the right-hand side. Lays it off for Godfrey. Noddle on the attack. Pullen skating backwards. Can Noddle get around her? Noddle firing early. Carson pads it away. The rebound's still alive. Still an attempt here for Perth. Can they capitalise on the opportunity? Butler will come in defence. Uses the rim nicely to find Conlon. Irvine breathing down her neck. Now Butler will come and get it in the corner. Butler flicks it out of there, but almost coming straight back is Lily McClellan. Good stick poke there from Marnie Pullen. Defoe versus Lily McClellan here. This is going to be an interesting battle. Defoe wins out. Pullen has it. Flicks it over the top. Coming all the way back here is Magnuson. Goes really wide out there to LaPrent. Big check into the boards there. Magnuson again. Cochran. To Aparicio. Aparicio off the skate. Deflected. King with another save.
Very interesting here. If you're a Graham Hyde, you've got a decision to make. Do you go run the same system that's gotten you all these wins, that's gotten you the Gower Trophy as the #1 team in the league, or do you change your system here? We talked about it last week with Brisbane getting Melbourne Ice, their forwards to collapse. Maybe it's time for a system change, because right now Perth just don't seem to be finding anything offensively.
Here comes Salmons, trying to build something in that offense. Salmons against Moore. Salmons did really well, tried to get it going to Scala, but Raimundo has it now. Raimundo's got Baker ahead of her. Raimundo will keep going, just flicks the puck deep. Baker will come off. They'll get the line change here, so it's going to be left to Raimundo to forecheck. Does a brilliant job to get across. That was great. Forced the pass to go out wide here to Scala. Gave enough time for Melbourne's defence to get back and set up. Scala puts the shot on net. Carson saves that one nicely. He'll come out here for Webb. Webb couldn't quite control it. Grigogliunas got it going forward to Howe, and Howe is going to go into the attacking zone. Howe's got some space here. Howe firing. King with a save. Grigogliunas tried to clean up and is still fighting for it, and King somehow kept that out of the net.
That is exactly what Sasha King needed to do right now. We've spoken about she's let 2 goals in, and all the competition knows how good she is, and all the competition talks about what you need to do to defeat her. So she just needs to have a little bit of belief in herself and knowing that she can keep doing what she does so well.
Let's look at her handiwork here on the Skaters Network replay. There was the shot. She was caught in no man's land. Grigogliunas tried to get it on. Newman tried as well. King just desperately fighting for that one on the crease. That was brilliant work between the pipes as King tries to keep her team in the game as much as possible. Here's Butler and Irvine. They'll battle for it against the board. Conlon coming across. There's Noddle. Now Pullen. Pullen flicking that one forward. Pullen just puts it down deep. Noddle gets across. Here's Godfrey. Godfrey! Got the shot on it, deflected, it ping-ponged around, but King with the save.
And here on the Skaters Network replay, a very, very nice play on Noddle by Danielle Butler, and Shana Godfrey trying to do almost a replica of that first goal by Conlon, trying to just throw it in front and try to get it off the body and in to try and extend that lead to 3.
Here's Cochrane. Here's Irvine for the Inferno. Trying to get it going forward. Melbourne will win that out here as Cochrane just put it in, but Baker was just too deep, and Baker will come out now into the corner. Great pass from Baker to Raimundo and back to Baker. Great link-up play between those two. Noddle won the battle, and Noddle will use the rim to get it out of there for Perth. Coming up to meet it and did a great job there was Pullen. Now go into the corner. Perth get it out. Now into the neutral zone. Here's Lakoviak. Lakoviak has McKenzie on the outer side, but Aparicio came across. Used her stick well. Aparicio to Moore. Couldn't quite. Magnuson will come back here. Magnuson into Acker. Now Godfrey. Into the corner here. Godfrey tried to put it into the middle. Acker got across. Conlon and Acker go slamming into the boards. Here's Godfrey. Put it into the middle. Shot fired! Butler gets another. That's 2 for Butler in the grand final. Melbourne make it 3.
And now it's danger time for the Perth Inferno. They have got no answer for this Butler, Godfrey, and the Conlon line. And the one thing we didn't account for was the complete, almost aggression and ruthlessness of offensive pressure. And here on the Skaters Network replay, you just see Conlon throw it out in front, an unlucky deflection off of Magnuson, and Butler just wires it home past the right pad of Sasha Keane. And now with quite a comfortable 3-0 lead halfway through this game.
Danielle Butler back on it again. Her reaction time is amazing. Puts it out into space for Godfrey. Godfrey pressing here into the corner. Godfrey trying to come into the middle. Godfrey gets it back out to the blue line to Defoe. Defoe sending it straight in, but it's wide into the left. Conlon's going to hustle hard out here against Scala. Conlon got there first. Conlon been amazing with her strength this weekend. Butler tried. Butler nearly had the hat-trick. Couldn't quite. It'll come out here to Godfrey. Into Butler. Danielle Butler sending it out to the point. Defoe. Did it go into the neutral zone? No. So here's Butler. Butler to Godfrey. Couldn't. Magnuson did really well to get a stick to that. Butler trying to get it going in here in the corner. Salmon's on her tail. Lays it off to Godfrey. Godfrey coming into the middle. Great pass to Defoe. Defoe was brought to her knees. Couldn't quite. McClellan will get it and try and clear it away. He's pulling. Just flicking that one forward over the top. Zoe Webb will get back. Going out wide here into the middle now. Grigogliunas firing, but it's over the top. Howe. Grigogliunas. Backhander, but didn't have a lot of pace on it. Now Georgia McClellan in the corner gets it out. Here's Clark Crompton. Dutton going forward. Grigaliunas now with it. McClellan tried it to get rid of it with the stick, couldn't. Howe and McClellan battle. Here's Scala. Scala now working into the middle. Great intercept there by Newman. McClellan will get back here. McClellan works that one out to Clark Crompton. Sammons is going to have to use her pace against Cochrane. Cochrane got there first, and we'll come back here for Georgia McClellan. Here's Scala now. Neutral zone now to the attack. Scala just drops that one off for Clark Crompton. Cameron's there, and Cameron got a piece on it, but Sammons came across. They'll get it back to Clark Crompton. Out to Sammons, now Lukoviak. Lukoviak sent it in, but it was deflected by Baker. Baker and Aparicio, a little 2-on-2 against Irvine and McClellan. Here's Baker. McKenzie did well to get something on it. Here's Cochrane, sending it deep. Here come Perth. And Melbourne now through Moore. Tried to go to Baker and does. Baker goes forward. They're going to change their line. Baker comes off. She's been on there for a pretty long shift, and here's Godfrey behind the net. Puck in the corner here in front of the Melbourne bench. Butler tried to get it away. I'll come back to the neutral zone. Raimundo trying to get across. Here's Noddle. Conlon with a good hit. Now Raimundo. Played really well in this game as Raimundo. Got it to Godfrey. Here's Moore. Moore tried to get it going in the middle. McKenzie.
Not looking good there at the moment. For Georgia McClellan, looks in a bit of discomfort.
McKenzie, I think the look might be McKenzie. So Jamie McKenzie looking a little sore. She'll make her way off without her stick as well. Teammate has that. She looks very sore as McKenzie makes her way off. It's going to be a penalty nonetheless. Moore will spend 2 minutes in the box.
And the Perth Inferno really need to take advantage of this power play at the moment. The Melbourne Ice have just been suffocating them really in terms of not giving them really a whole lot of space and opportunity to get them shots on goal.
Comes out here to Scala, comes into the middle for Sammons. Sammons now back to Scala. And it's offside is the call. Now, Jacob, tell me, what do Perth need to do here? Obviously, a goal has got to be the outcome, but how are they going to get there? They've had trouble keeping it in their attacking zone.
Yeah, and Dufour clearing the puck out isn't going to help that for starters. But once Perth get into that zone, you're looking at this, what we call an umbrella 1-3-1 setup. Try and have Sarah Sammons at the point, controlling quarterback in that power play, and see if you can get either Lukoviak or Scala on either side for either a one-time shot or a pass option down to the other side. So it's all going to be about space and timing here for the Inferno to try and open the scoring.
McClellan sends that in. Lukoviak nearly deflected it into the net, but it just came out wide. Sammons at the point, sent it going forward. Here's Marnie Pullen now. They're going to get on the attack. McClellan's got to go backwards here. Pullen just creating some space here to give maybe Butler some room, but Butler will follow her in. So Pullen and Butler, they're happy to waste as much time off the clock as possible as they are on the penalty kill. Come into the corner here. Here's Lukoviak. Lukoviak goes out wide. Clark Crompton now with some space. Clark Crompton! Big shot. Carson with a save. Scala now. Looking, shooting. Scala tried, but it went wide. Irvine versus Dutton. Irvine has it now. Irvine with a shot. And that goes across the face of goal. Clark Crompton tried to get it going forward. Raimundo will pick it up here in defence, and Raimundo trying to get it away. Great protection of the blue line from Irvine. But here comes Aparicio. Brilliant effort there from Aparicio. Webb will come back. Here's Godfrey. Godfrey working into space. Smart play by Godfrey, taking valuable seconds off the power play. Godfrey still with possession. So Only seconds to go. Now we're back to even numbers. Here comes Noddle in the middle. Noddle working her way through. Great dangles. Now Noddle looking to go goal bound against Carson. The rebound came. Noddle got another shot. And Carson with another save. Carson is putting together a great game. That now is save number 20.
Yeah, we'll have a look at a couple of these shots here by Marina Noddle. So Carson makes a great save here, the first save, but then Noddle comes in to pick up her own rebound, and Carson again able to stop it. And that sort of goaltending really gives the rest of the team quite a lot of confidence and allows them to feel that they can continue to play their game.
Jacob, talk to me about that power play for Perth then. Probably wasn't the best result that they're after, obviously the goal being the outcome, but didn't get enough shots on net for me.
Yeah, I absolutely agree on that one. It was not only just the shots, they just couldn't enter the zone clearly, and if they did enter the zone, they were just having trouble trying to get that open pass lane. So, see what they can do in this last 3.5 minutes, but it might be time for a bit of panic if you're Graham Hyde, and possibly time to start really playing the bigger line a few more extra minutes to try and get that first and most important goal for them now.
Pullen sourcing that one out of there. Georgia McClellan will get back. Flicks that one forward. Butler parrying it forward here, but Butler just working in the neutral zone. Great handles there by Butler as she sends it forward. Butler against the boards here. Salmon's coming across. Here's Butler. Salmon's just putting Butler firmly into the board there, trying to win that puck battle. Finally comes out now into the middle. Here comes Mackenzie. Great to see Mackenzie fighting fit and back out there. Mackenzie tried to put it into the slot, but there was nobody there. Great defence by Melbourne. White jerseys everywhere. Here's Dutton. Now it came out there for Lily McClellan, but it was deflected and it'll go all the way back into the defensive zone here. That's going to be icing as well.
Well, this gives we were just talking before about the power play and not enough shots on goal. There's 2.5 minutes left to go here for the Perth Inferno. They have a face-off in their attacking zone and really going to try and have to put some pressure here on this Melbourne Ice defence.
Pressure indeed is what's required for the Inferno. They find themselves down with a tough margin. 3 goals against. Here's Irvine. Dutton in defence. Rims it out looking for Howe. Lukoviak will have to come back here and get it for the Inferno. Howe is hot on her tail. Lukoviak went one way, then the other, sold the candy well, and now comes to Mackenzie. Mackenzie flicks it to space, but Dutton will get across. Mackenzie will come off. Scala will come on. Here's Noddle. Into the middle of Melbourne go now with Howe. Howe to take on 2 here. Newman got into some space, but they're unable to link up on the pass. Irvine battling her way through on the right-hand side. Here's Cochrane now. Cochrane slices the pass through to Aparicio. Great save again by King.
Yeah, there was no puck going. There was a getting like across the net. You can see here on this guy's network replay, really making sure that there was no goal scored there. We're coming into the final minute of the second period here, and with a 3-0 lead up, I mean, there haven't been a whole lot of goals scored in this weekend. So I would imagine from a Perth perspective, they're starting to possibly get a little bit nervous.
Comes out here for Scala against Raimundo. Scala helping that one forward. Here's Clark Crompton. Something could be on here. Clark Crompton fires that one. Carson protecting the post really well. Carson is really having a great game. Scala knocked it forward. Aparicio. Here's Zoe Webb. Deflected. Melbourne could be away here. More to Cochrane. Cochrane tried to get it going forward for her, then tried to get it back to the captain in Moore. McClellan getting across here. Here's Salmons. Scala and Crompton out here for Salmons. Michelle Clark-Crompton gets it now. Now Scala. Scala couldn't quite get a full purchase on it. Butler coming back to help her team in defence was instrumental. Now Melbourne away. McClellan did really well to stop it. Salmons has got to work hard here against Moore. Salmons trying to use her pace. They were calling for offside, the Melbourne crowd, but it wasn't awarded. Butler here. Flicked that one over the top. Here's Lakoviak. Collision in the middle against Pullen. Now Lakoviak goes forward with it. Lakoviak into the middle, gets a shot, and another glove save from Carson. Carson is standing up here.
Firstly, a good save from Carson, but that offside call that the Melbourne Ice fans were complaining about, they had a point. If you noticed in the offensive zone, Elizabeth Scala was slowly skating back, and she was probably halfway in the zone when Sarah Simmons got back in. So thankfully, no goal was scored there, so that call's not going to probably come down to it much. But yeah, Janelle Carson standing up big here for Melbourne Ice.
And that's the end of that period. Melbourne Ice added one more extra to their tally. As the Melbourne Ice 3, the Perth Inferno yet to score.
Yeah, big period there by the Melbourne Ice. Really managing to do what you need to do if you want to beat Perth, which is get past Sasha King. But I think as well we need to give big raps to Janelle Carson and as well as the whole Melbourne Ice defensive unit, because they've been doing a great job today.
Well, Jacob, there's going to be 20 minutes left in this game. Perth, they've got a big tally against them. They need to get 4 goals to win. What are some of the risks that they need to take? What are the changes do you think that they need to make to get themselves back into this game?
Firstly, what you're going to start noticing is now effectively every second shift, it'll be the big line on, the Scala, Clark, Crumpton, Salmons line on, then they go off, and then they'll go straight back on. Graham High will start to utilise that. What they'll also probably have to start doing is defensemen being active on offense, having them rush the puck, trying to get a 4th and 5th man rush. It's going to be interesting because just right now for Perth, there is no way through that brick wall of that Melbourne Ice defence. And if you get through that one, there's an even bigger fortified wall in Janelle Carson doing absolutely amazing work, stopping 21 of 21.
You're exactly right there. We're going to take a quick break here on AWIHL TV. Make sure you come back because the Joan McKowen Trophy is going to be decided after this. With a backhanded attempt, the rebound, chaos in front of King, caused Butler to score that one, and Melbourne make it 2. Big cheers from the crowd. They're into the slot almost there from Godfrey. Now DeFore firing. It's deflected and it goes in. Butler scores with a backhanded attempt, the rebound, chaos in front of King, caused Butler to score that one, and Melbourne make it 2. Big cheers from the crowd. They're into the slot almost there from Godfrey. Now DeFore firing. It's deflected and it goes in. Butler scores with a backhanded attempt, the rebound, chaos in front of King, caused Butler to score that one, and Melbourne make it 2. Big cheers from the crowd. Acker goes slamming into the boards. Here's Godfrey. Put it into the middle. Shot fired! Butler gets another. That's 2 for Butler in the grand final. Melbourne make it 3. Acker goes slamming into the boards. Here's Godfrey. Put it into the middle. Shot fired! Butler gets another. That's 2 for Butler in the grand final. Melbourne make it 3.
This broadcast is powered by Sportscast Australia.
Why aren't there any girls playing?
Why do I always have to play with the boys? Why can't we go see girls play more?
Why don't I get to use the change room?
girls on TV.
There's something a bit different about Victoria. More than just a little bit different. Victoria. Every bit different.
Nestled in Docklands, O'Brien Icehouse is the coolest destination to show off your moves. Families, friends and groups of all ages can enjoy the perfect day out with our public skating sessions running daily. We'll see you on the ice. O'Brien Icehouse.
Bowen make him pay. Liam Bowen! In his last game for Avondale, Liam Bowen has the fairy tale finish. Oh! He hit that from Croydon, Matty. Here's Heyman in the penalty area. Michelle Heyman! She's won it for Canberra! Would you believe it? Be a chance from Race Lowry.
Moments for the youngster. Misses it across.
Go the Scipio cross. Back for go the Scipio.
Arrowsmith for two. And within 60 seconds.
Flosky was leaping. Reddy was under it. He then fumbled. And Tedeschi punts in. Alert here for the South defence. And it's a good header away to save the net. Oh, wow! Devon pulls out a spectacular overhead kick.
This broadcast is powered by Sportscast Australia.
Boland make him pay. Liam Boland! In his last game for Avondale, Liam Boland has the fairy tale finish. He's hit that from Croydon, Matty. Find it. Here's Heyman in the penalty area. Michelle Heyman! She's won it for Canberra! Would you believe it? Be a chance from Ray's Lowry.
Moments for the actor. He misses it across.
Go Discipio cross. Back for Coco Discipio.
Morton. Arrowsmith for 2. And within 60 seconds.
Flosky was leaping. Reddy was under it. He then fumbled. And Tedeschi pokes in. Alert here for the South defence. And it's a good header away to save the net. Oh, wow! Devon pulls out a spectacular overhead kick.
Butler stalking, looking. Butler to Conlon, and it goes in! It came off the foot of Conlon, and Melbourne get first goal in the grand final.
What do we talk about? Bodies in front. You throw anything in, the puck can go anywhere. Great patience there from Danny Butler, and just gets a knifey bounce off of Stedhouse's foot.
Butler stalking, looking. Butler to Conlon, and it goes in! It came off the foot of Conlon, and Melbourne get first goal in the grand final.
What do we talk about? Bodies in front. You throw anything in, the puck can go anywhere. Great patience there from Danny Butler, and just gets a knifey bounce off of Stedhouse's
final.
What do we talk about? Bodies in front. You throw anything in, the puck can go anywhere. Great patience there from Danny Butler, and just gets a knifey bounce.
They're into the slot almost there from Godfrey. Now DeFore. DeFore firing. It's deflected and it goes in. Butler scores with a backhanded attempt. The rebound. Chaos in front of King. Caused Butler to score that one. And Melbourne make it 2. Big cheers from the crowd. They're into the slot almost there from Godfrey. Now DeFore. DeFore firing. It's deflected and it goes in. Butler scores with a backhanded attempt. The rebound. Chaos in front of King. Caused Butler to score that one. And Melbourne make it 2. Big cheers from the crowd. They're into the slot almost there from Godfrey. Now DeFore. DeFore firing. It's deflected and it goes in. Butler scores with a backhanded attempt. The rebound. Chaos in front of King. Caused Butler to score that one. And Melbourne make it 2. Big cheers from the crowd. They're into the slot almost there from Godfrey. Now DeFore. DeFore firing. It's deflected and it goes in. Butler scores with a backhanded attempt. The rebound. Chaos in front of King. Caused Butler to score that one. And Melbourne make it 2. Big cheers from the crowd. Acker goes slamming into the boards. Here's Godfrey. Put it into the middle. Shot fired! Butler gets another. That's 2 for Butler in the grand final. Melbourne make it 3. Acker goes slamming into the boards. Here's Godfrey. Put it into the middle. Shot fired! Butler gets another. That's 2 for Butler in the grand final. Melbourne make it 3. TV brought to you by Sportscast Australia on the YouTube network. Joan McKowen Cup weekend. It's the grand final game. The Melbourne Ice leading 3. The Perth Inferno yet to score. It's been a very, very interesting contest. Let's start off with you, Luana. The shot tally at the moment, 21 apiece. Janelle Cassidy's on a heater at the moment with a 21 saver.
Yeah, absolutely. I said at the start of the call, we're possibly going to see here a battle of the goaltenders, and I think that's exactly what's happened. Probably also need to give a shout out to the defence of the Melbourne Ice, who are really creating a good wall in front of Janelle Carson, enabling her to make some of those really great shots. But yeah, it's going to be a tough ask here, I think, for the Perth Inferno. I mean, Melbourne Ice have been here before. Most of this team played in the final series last year. It's the first time that Perth has ever made it, so it's going to take quite a lot of maturity for them to see how they can get out of this 3-goal deficit.
The thing is, I don't write them off though. Perth, they're a clutch team. They've done it before. They've had goals in the dying embers of games, and they're able to bring themselves back in and win. So I don't write them off. Jacob, what do you think they've got to do? I know we talked about a little bit coming into the break, but now that we've come back and we've got a little bit more time to ruminate and think about it, what does Graham Hyde really need out of his unit?
He's going to need some high danger chances. That is the main factor. Luana touched on it, 21 shots each. Being the stats nerd that I am, I would love to see what the difference in high danger chances is, because it felt like Melbourne Ice in that slot area and in front of the net have had a lot more chances than the Perth Inferno. And right now, if you're Graham Hyde, it is get to the front of the net, it is get a shot from the point, and it is get some rebounds around those slot and crease areas and try and break the damn wall that is Janelle Carson.
Curtis Klooster, if you're him, Jacob, what are you thinking?
Time management. If you don't like something in the offensive zone, send it out of the zone, pass it back. Try and find just any open time, any open space, and just run down this clock. That's all you need to do now with a 3-goal lead.
So time management and taking some risks for the Inferno. Coming into this, the teams with 2 apiece throughout their series. They played each other 4 times. Both victories to the Inferno were late winners. And then on the Sunday, Melbourne, both occasions managed to put 6 on the board. 6-1 was one of the results and 6-3 was the other. So the Inferno here, great pass, Scala opening it up. Here's Salmons. In 20 minutes time, or 20 minutes of regulation play, we're about to find out who's going to take home Joan. Will Melbourne do it again, or will Perth do it in their maiden grand final? Here's Butler. Butler to Godfrey. Godfrey just couldn't quite get the shot away. Lucky for Perth there. Here's Butler. Butler into the slot. Godfrey just couldn't quite. Here's Scala now. Scala looking to press. DeFore just picked that one off. And DeFore sends it goal bound. King deflects that one away. Go to the back of the net. Zoe Webb will pick it up. Now McKenzie. Here comes McKenzie. Working her way through the middle. Great work here from McKenzie. That was good attack. Gets it going forward. Cochrane's going to get out here on the other side. Acker's there, the captain. Pullen deflects it. Here's DeFore. Lakoviak put it forward here for Noddle. Lakoviak sending it forward. Cochrane in the corner here. Acker stole it. And they'll work it in. Noddle got involved as well. It'll be Noddle versus Cochrane here. In a puck battle against the wall. Scala getting in, saying, give me the puck. Scala firing, but it's deflected. Backhander there from Michelle Clark-Crompton. Save again. Lakoviak trying to get it going forward. Cochrane. Here's Lakoviak. Baker. Bruthio got it. And Lakoviak will end up with it. Scala Lakoviak firing, but it's deflected. To get the pass across the Scala. Pullen now in attack. Pullen firing. Pullen, Marty Pullen scores from defence. A brilliant goal. Melbourne now have 4. What a strike that was from Marty Pullen.
Melbourne Ice at this stage, I'm going to say probably have one hand of the trophy. That is a back-breaking goal to give up by Sasha Keane. It's one thing with that, obviously those screens in front, the Skaters Network replay. It's a harmless shot from the point, and it goes off the top part of her pad and in. Not a goal that Sasha Keane will want to give up, and now it's safe to say Melbourne Ice are in absolute cruise control in this one.
And you can hear the crowd is going off. I've got my Apple Watch on right now telling me that I am in a loud environment. So the crowd is definitely involved in this game now.
Marty Pullen may have given her team the one that's just going to put it out of reach here for Perth. The only saving grace was that happened early in the period. It's enough time for the Inferno to do something here. They're yet to score in this game. They've got to find something out the top draw here. Here's McKenzie. McKenzie tried to get that in. Grigliunas blocked it. McKenzie got it in the end. Didn't quite happen. Here's Webb. Now Godfrey on the attack. Godfrey trying to get through. King will sit on that one. Godfrey leaping over King. So Jacob, talk to me, what do Perth need to do here? They've got to calm things down first and foremost, but they're trying to get some sort of attack. It just hasn't been happening for them, right?
It's the fun question you get to ask at this point. I think it's first of all trying to defend this shot and trying to clear out the Melbourne Ice, who are just absolutely swarming the crease of Sasha King. And again, this big line now really needs to get to work and take some risks. But right now it just seems like nothing is working when it comes to the offensive breakout for Perth.
The Melbourne Ice crowd are getting louder and louder with each good bit of play. Here's Godfrey. Now Conlon. Conlon into the middle. It's been Conlon's finals. Big collision there. Irvine came across. There's going to be a penalty.
Was just waiting to see who the penalty was on, and it looks like it is going to go to Sasha Irvine. Yeah, that we see here on the Skaters Network replay. Great move by Steph Conlon, and yeah, just a bit of a reversed hit as well by Conlon on Irvine, but at the end of the day, Irvine initiated the contact, and that, if Melbourne Ice score now on this power play, could really be the dagger here.
Here's McClellan. Getting it going forward. Dufour here. Keeping it ahead of the blue line. Dufour. Firing that one in. Cochrane tried. There was a loose puck. It's going to come out here for Moore. Moore faked the shot to Dufour. Dufour to Aparicio tried. King with another save. Moore. Cochrane puts it across the face of goal. Here's Dufour. Out to Moore. Thought about it. Moore now to Dufour. Dufour firing. That was huge. Oohs and ahs from the crowd as it had plenty of pace on it. Offside's going to be the call as the puck made its way into the neutral zone, then the attack. Let's look at this on the Skaters Network replay. Moore lays it off to Dufour. Dufour lines this up. Thwack. Wow. That had something on it.
And great job by Sasha King. I mean, let 4 goals in. You can imagine that she's feeling quite upset about that, so it's a really good save from her. Good confidence builder.
It's one thing I don't want to do. It's not on my bucket list, is get in front of a Dufour shot. Here's Butler trying to send that forward. Lukoviak, now Godfrey. Here's Pullen to Godfrey. Godfrey tried to get it into Conlon or Dutton. Just didn't quite pay off. Here comes Salmons. Now Pullen. Godfrey. Here's Danielle Butler. Been another brilliant season from Danielle Butler. Here's Godfrey. Butler goes in the neutral zone. They'll have to retreat here. Marnie Pullen just sources that one away. Come back into the neutral. Melbourne going to get another go at this here. Perth won't be happy with that at all. And Marnie Pullen now enters the attack. Pullen looking to fire another one, but couldn't quite. Moore will get it in the neutral.
Very interesting play there from Perth, sending 2 up in the rush. And you see that's the risks they're going to start taking. 2 and 3 man rushes on the puck. And now out of the box, here's a massive opportunity.
Here comes MCC. Michelle Clark-Crompton tried to lay the pass off to Irvine, but just couldn't. Here comes Godfrey. Shana Godfrey now. Shana Godfrey today, if Melbourne are successful in 14 minutes' time, will have her back-to-back Joan McKowen Trophy. Obviously, won it last year with the Sydney Sirens. Irvine getting it across here to Scala. Scala now working, has to take on Raimundo. Scala got the shot away. Raimundo got enough on it to deflect it away. Come all the way back here for McClellan. McClellan's going to push hard, but Baker's hot on her tail. Comes out here to Salmons. Now Aparicio. Aparicio looking at one. Great save by King. They'll dig for it here. King finally traps it. And McClellan just letting Cochrane know, that's my goalie. Stay away.
Yeah, atmosphere's really building up here. I think with just under 14 minutes to go, the Melbourne Ice and their fans are really starting to sense that this might be their day. And you mentioned before Shana Godfrey, she did play for the Sydney Sirens last year. So in addition to having players who were in that losing team from last year, there is someone who knows how to win.
So he comes in now to Newman. Newman trying to get it to go forward. Grigaliunas tried Newman, got the shot away, but it went high. Webb tried to clear it. Cameron was there. Cameron ends up rimming that one the way around. Dutton comes in to meet it. Great defence there from Dutton to attack, keeping it into their attacking zone. Newman gets the shot away. It was deflected. Salmons in there now. Salmons to Clark Crompton. Clark Crompton to Salmons. That's great link up. It's a 2-on-1 here. Scala on the left. Goes to Scala early. Scala back to Salmons. Salmons stride. Carson with a save. Brilliant work. Great play from Perth, but it's still alive here. Salmons now to Scala behind the net. Scala looking for options. Backhanded attempt. Carson with a pad save. He'll come out here to Newman. Newman just flicks it into space. Grigaliunas is going to get onto that here. Grigaliunas just dumps it. They're going to make the line change. Perth are going to regenerate an attack here. How good was that, Jacob? Great play from everybody.
Very, very good play. 2-on-1. A little bit overshot on the pass, but also a great pad save there. Once again, by what we're possibly going to say at this point in time is the player of the match in Janelle Carson.
Comes out here now to Lily McClellan, who's put in a good game herself as well. Butler against Mackenzie. Trying to get it going in their favour is Melbourne. To 4 against the boards. Hard work. Butler got it going out wide here. And here comes Marnie Pullen. She's been brilliant in this game with a goal to her name as well. Send that one goal bound. And a great save again by King.
Yeah, just not giving Marnie Pullen an opportunity there to put a shot on goal.
Love the chat there between the two youngsters of the competition, between Marnie Pullen and Lukoviak. Just having a bit of chat. Played in national teams together, of course, those two. Great sportsmanship. Cochrane to get this one across. Comes out wide here. Webb. Cut off by Cochrane. That was smart. Here's Acker. Melbourne's pressure in their attacking zone has been amazing today. It was amazing yesterday against Brisbane and great here today, against Adelaide. Here's Raimundo. Raimundo sent that forward. McClellan getting across. Clark Crompton now. Send that one in. Here's Baker. Just couldn't quite get it going. Here's Noddle now for Perth. Noddle into the middle. Lost the puck. McClellan came crashing through. Pass out wide, Clark Crompton. Tried to get it going forward for Salmons, but Raimundo cut it off. Clark Crompton. Get it going forward is Irvine. Salmons dumping it off nicely for Scala. Melbourne just continuing to attack the puck. Here's Grigaliunas sending it away. They'll get a line change. Howe will look for the forecheck against Lukoviak. Lukoviak had Irvine in support. The Perth fans starting to rally, trying to get their team into this one. Butler firing. Big collision there. Conlon went over. Sticks everywhere on the ice. Here comes Lukoviak. Lukoviak tried to get through one. Dutton was strong there in defence. Now Butler. Butler got a pass to Conlon, who was just ahead of her. King parried it away. Conlon in another big collision. The bumps and bruises. Conlon will be so sore tomorrow. Saturday and Sunday, she's been in so many heavy collisions. Here's Salmons coming through. Salmons firing. Another great block there from Cameron. Comes into Dutton. Now McClellan firing. Another save from Carson. That's 27 saves now.
Just an absolutely standout performance from Carson through 2.5. And obviously, at this stage, you're probably going to be looking for Graham Hart to pull Sasha Keane probably with around the 5-minute mark to go, just to give one more final push, one more final all-out attack. But at this point, Melbourne Ice, just with all the time, all the space, and at this stage, They have their sights, and possibly one hand too, on the championship.
Coming out wide here. Webb just going forward with it. Aparicio cutting it off here in the middle. Aparicio sending it into the attack. We're under the 10 minutes here. Here's McClellan. Now McKenzie. McClellan again. Was brilliant yesterday and put in a great game today as well. Has been absolutely everywhere. Everywhere you look up, that green bucket is, and she'll go out wide looking for Salmons. Cut off nicely there by Moore. Moore looking at options. Moore was elected captain this season by her team. It was Sarah Dash last year. So Grigaliunas here to Raimundo. Down low to Grigaliunas. Grigaliunas firing, and King will save. So, Jacob, we talked about Perth need to take some risks here. What are some of the more of the riskier things they could do in these 8.5 minutes here? We talked about the defence pushing up. Do they change some of their personnel in defence? Is there something that you can see that they need to do to roll the dice?
Unfortunately, not really at this point. I think if you watch sort of the body language on the bench for Perth, Inferno, it just seems like every idea they've tried just gets stymied by Melbourne Ice. As you'll see with about 5 minutes, you'll see Sasha King get pulled, try and do a 6-on-5, but at this point, it just looks like Melbourne Ice have their foot right on the gas on this one.
You think around that 5-minute mark is where that's going to happen?
Most likely, it could be a bit earlier unless something happens here.
Godfrey trying to get through. Conlon was there for the rebound but couldn't. Here's Pullen behind the net. Pullen just dropped that one off for Godfrey. Godfrey came and got it. Salmons going forward with it. Here's Butler. Butler lays it off to Dufour. Dufour with a big shot. Conlon on the crease. Couldn't quite. Dufour's... I just love seeing Dufour shoot from the blue line. Here's Conlon trying to fish it out. Melbourne happy to sit on this one as time is their friend. It's their ally. Let's look at that shot again. Dufour loading up. Wow. Every time you see them, they just get better and better. Danielle Butler was stuck against the board there. She looks okay. She'll make her way off. So 32 shots to 26. Melbourne really increasing that shot count here late in the game. Here's McKenzie. McKenzie pass in, but it goes wayward. It's going to be a race out here. Georgia McClellan will get across. Cochran getting around. Cochran trying to fire, but didn't get a lot of purchase on it. Lily McClellan will end up with it. Here's McKenzie in the middle. McKenzie tried to go forward with it. Cameron for Melbourne Ice will be back here. Noddle. Now McClellan to McClellan. Flicked on over the top. Scala battling away against Baker. Scala. Into the middle here. Here's Aparicio. Aparicio slammed. Shouts of a penalty, but the umpires weren't having anything of it more. Here's Webb. Georgia McClellan. Clark Crompton. Good pass out here to Scala. Salmons is ahead here. Salmons. Scala! Perth get it! They get one. It just gives them something. It was a great 1-2 play between Scala and Salmons. Great connectivity and Scala finishing and Scala getting her goal this weekend. There's a pulse.
Yeah, signs of life from the Perth Inferno. A great rush. And this is what they needed here on the Skaters Network replay. Great pass out to Scala. Scala just a nice pass to Salmons, and then Salmons returns the favour and just casts it, unfortunately caught in no man's land. Did well to make the first 26 saves, but on the 27th shot, Perth get there first. And now, a 3-goal game makes this a little interesting with 5:49 to go.
Yeah, it certainly does. And I think that was really good for the mood as well of the Perth Inferno. They certainly didn't want to have a shutout in this game either.
Here comes the 4. Offside is the call. So great contingent of Perth fans in here as they make plenty of noise. But I reckon that's some of the Adelaide Rush.
I was just about to say
down
that, Todd.
there as well.
I think the Perth fans might be the Adelaide Rush team.
Making an alliance with the Perth team. It's great to see. Here comes Scala. Conlon slammed into the boards. Here's Butler now. Butler has an opportunity. Butler coming into the middle. Butler firing. It just goes wide. Her handles are amazing. The one's flicked over. Here's Danielle Butler to Godfrey. Here's Butler into the middle. King saving that one. Scala flicks it forward. Clark Crompton now. Here's Butler. Butler firing. King with a save. King, it was a loose puck for a moment and then King dived on it.
Yeah, not giving Melbourne Ice any opportunity to take a second chance shot there. I mean, there is still life in this game. There's 5 minutes to go. We've seen so many games in the AWIHL that have had quick goal score. We saw it in the game before, 2 goals scored in the space of a couple of minutes. So there is still an opportunity here for the Perth Inferno.
Even though there's been 5 goals scored, King's save percentage in this game is 88.5, which is nearly higher than anybody else in the league. Here's Grigliunas. Anybody else's season average is in this game, even though 4 goals have gone through. That's how much pepper she's had to handle. So many pucks on net from Melbourne, 35 in fact. Noddle getting it going forward here to Webb. McKenzie v Dutton. McKenzie wraparound, Carson with a save. Puck's still alive. They're going to fight for it here. It's still loose. The whistle's been blown though. And plenty going on. Let's have a look at this on the Scatters Network replay. Jacob, what are you seeing?
Nice wraparound from McKenzie. I think it must have just gotten stuck sort of on the outside of the net, and then actually when the referee blew it, the puck was actually loose at the crease, so the referee would have just lost sight of it. But this is a massive chance now for Perth. Here comes that big line of Salmon, Scala and Clark Crumpton with 4:25 and an offensive face-off. Massive opportunity to get back within striking distance in a 2-goal game.
You're right. One here could make it really interesting. Here's Scala now behind the net. Scala lays one out for Lukoviak. Oh, that one just wide. So under 4 minutes, or just on 4 minutes to play here. Still time. A goal a minute will do it. Salmons. Just working here in the corner, just lays one back. Clark Crumpton's going to get across here. Clark Crumpton for Lukoviak. Lukoviak just didn't quite get a good purchase on that. It's going to go into the neutral zone. Here come Melbourne through Aparicio. Lukoviak fighting hard to get it back. That was great from Lukoviak. Aparicio sending that one forward. Salmons into the middle. Here's Godfrey. Offside was the call. Linesman, not the Melbourne's friend there.
No, Melbourne Ice fans not happy, and then the Adelaide Rush team / Perth Inferno fans quite happy with that.
Play will get back underway here from the offside call. Here's Irvine. Scala putting it in front. Pullen coming across. Irvine going forward with it. To 4. Godfrey. Salmons. To 4, flicks it forward to Godfrey, but it just had a little too much on it. It's going to be icing.
So we've got less than 3 minutes to go, and we still have Sasha King between the pipes. Do you think that could be potentially because the Perth Inferno were scared with what the Melbourne Ice were throwing at them in the attacking?
Grand final games, haven't been in a couple before as an assistant. You seem to throw caution to the wind on that one. I don't think he's so much afraid as he just kind of went for the moment. I am a little surprised to see Sasha King in the net, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see her out of the net any minute now.
And another save there by Carson. Well, she's wandering around.
She was just teasing us then as she moved away from the crease.
So face off here, Cochrane versus Noddle. Here's Dutton flicking it forward over the top. Aparicio will get across. Webb. Dutton. Here's Webb. Cochrane picking that off. Cochrane away here. Cochrane sources it out of there. King will deal with that one to keep it alive. McClellan will get it going forward here to McKenzie. Cochrane stays on, thought about coming off of the line change. Then Cochrane just got it out of there and says, I'm getting off. I need a spell. Here's Webb. Aparicio and Salmons will battle. McClellan flicks it out over the top. Scala catches it to keep it in play. Scala now breaking forward. It's just a wall of Melbourne in defence. They've done a great job at getting back all game and shutting down the attacks of Scala and Michelle Clark-Crompton and Salmons. Here comes Godfrey. Godfrey needs one this weekend. Godfrey got around one, then the backhander from Godfrey, but King with a save. Godfrey unhappy with herself. She hasn't had one all weekend. That would have just really topped it off.
Sasha King was not having a bar of that. And we can just see here on the Skaters Network replay. It's a great job here by Sean Godfrey just to get herself around the defender and then put the shot on goal, but Sasha King doing what Sasha King does well.
Signature backhanded attempt there from Godfrey. Loves that move. Now, Jacob, you obviously have seen plenty of that. You coach Godfrey during the week. Your thoughts on that backhander?
Loves a breakaway when she can get one shot on Godfrey. Usually, actually, surprisingly, usually her go-to move was usually high glove on the forehand side. But yeah, every once in a while that backhand was very lethal. But yeah, nice blocker or arm save by Sasha King.
Here comes Scala. Scala firing. Carson kept that out. That was a laser beam there from Scala. Lukoviak sent it in. So under a minute 20 to go here in this game. It's looking likely here that Melbourne will get the chocolates. Here comes Scala, got it in for Salmons. Perth not giving up at all. Clark-Crompton. Here's Butler. Butler on the left-hand side. Clark-Crompton just couldn't chase there, running out of gas. Irvine getting there, Godfrey on the forecheck. Here's McKenzie now. Aparicio, forecheck. King has to dive on that one and stop it. 45 seconds left to play.
And the crowd senses that this game is coming to an end, that this is going to be the Melbourne Ice's year. Amp's starting to go up a little bit.
Yeah, and you're starting to see the emotion, especially there from Liz Scala on Perth's bench, knowing that Perth have tried everything and it's just not there today. And it looks like Melbourne Ice are going home with some gold medals and a fancy trophy.
Comes out here to Moore. Moore sends it deep. McClellan. We've got a whistle. So there's that Joan McKowen Trophy, the Memorial Trophy. Trophy's been around since 1995. It started as a state competition and then the AWIHL was invented. Obviously Joan McKowen, part of the 85 Seoul Olympic team as a trainer, and her family, the McKowens, have been involved in all the Australian teams going to Olympics and big support. So it's great to honour her in the name of the trophy. Melbourne, they've got to make some room in their trophy cabinet because this one is about to expire. Noddle trying to get it here, going forward. There's Baker. McClellan come across. The Melbourne crowd start to stand and applaud as they count it down. Just taking that noise. The Melbourne Ice, through all their adversity all season, they battled hard all year. They were on top of the ladder for a lot of the season. They faded late, but they found form at the right time. They got it together here at the O'Brien Icehouse, and they win. Curtis Klooster, first year with the team, brings home the silverware. They were second last year. They do one better this year. What a great victory it is for the Melbourne Ice.
Absolutely. Curtis Klooster, first time of the first season with the team. And he came into the year with a plan, and really they stuck to that plan. They knew they were going to have ups and they were going to have downs, but they stuck with their plan and they went with it, and it's paid off at the end of the season.
There's the aunties, the famous aunties. They travel with the team. Great supporters. Look at Janelle Carson. She knows how much it means. She battled hard. She didn't have a great grand final last year, but what a game she had today. 29 saver, 30 shots against. Just relief on the girls' faces. And there's Shana Godfrey there. It's a back-to-back for Godfrey. Tears and hugs of joy. There's Carson, great embrace. Now, Jacob, you know a lot of these girls pretty closely. What does this mean to you, just seeing this happen?
It's just a great redemption story, and really I think it was also just proving a lot of doubters of their season in particular, including myself. I genuinely thought after last week, after watching them lose that game with about 36 seconds to go against the Brisbane Lightning, I thought they were going to be one and dones, possibly playing for a bronze medal. And they've come back this weekend in tremendous fashion and bucked every trend and stereotype of their season, and well and truly have earned the right to call themselves McEwen Cup champions.
So both teams come together in the middle. They embrace Carson and King. Great embrace by two absolute warriors between the pipes. A lot of these girls play nationals together, so they understand the skill and ability of each other. Even though they're fierce rivals, it's all love at the end of the day. Big respect from these two teams. Talking to members from both, they hold each other in high esteem. What a year it's been, though. Probably one of the closest A-dubs it's been in a long time.
Absolutely. I mean, coming into the last week of the season, we actually didn't even know how the ladder was going to roll. We didn't know who was going to be playing who this weekend or what the seedings were going to be, and that just shows how strong the competition was. We have 5 teams who played. I mean, Sydney didn't have a great start to the season, but they came home really strong, and it also changed the way that the season ended as well. So it's really looking positive. We said at the end of last year, this is a great competition that's only going to get stronger, and it did, and it's going to get even stronger again next year.
So again, just those final embraces will take place in the middle. I'm just going to put it to you guys. Who do you think was the best player today in the grand final? Your thoughts, Jacob?
It has to be Janelle Carson. The amount of opportunities the Perth Inferno had, especially at the beginning of periods, 2-on-1s, and very early on in that first period, and she stood up. The only goal beating her, a 2-on-1, and it was almost a perfect passing play on that 2-on-1 from Scala and Salmons. Well and truly, and also a shout out to 2 players as well, in Steph Conlon and Danielle Butler. Phenomenal weekend from the pair of them. Steph Conlon scoring 2 goals yesterday against the Adelaide Rush, and then following her up, Dani Butler with 2 of her own today in the grand final.
And for you, Luana?
Well, Jacob just took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say the exact same thing. Janelle Carson for sure, and then shout-outs to Danielle Butler and Steph Conlon as well. They had absolutely massive weekends.
Yeah, definitely they definitely did. Carson was brilliant in both games. But I reckon Conlon, for me, not so much just today, but over the course of the weekend, she was absolutely on a heater. Managed 3 goals, for the weekend, but it was her physicality. She just provided such a big physical presence for her team. She was there in the dying hours of the game when it mattered. She just went hard at all stages of the game, protecting her teammates and playing her physical brand that she does. Quite interesting, Jacob, as well. Last time there was a bench controversy, Melbourne was on the away bench and they won. Maybe that's going to be their thing moving forward in the Joan McKowen Cup. They've got to go on the away bench. When they do, they win. Last year, they were on the home bench against Sydney. They were unable to get the chocolates, but again, they go on the away bench and they get up. Maybe that's a thing. We've got to relay that to the team.
Yeah, don't fight it if it comes up next year.
Exactly. But it's great to see everyone get around Val as well. She was out there, that walked out onto the ice. The team manager there. It's just great to see so much love. Sasha King over there just shaking all the hands in the away change rooms, and both players from both teams getting over and just really chatting. And there's Cochrane and Noddle, great competitors. They went hard at it all game. Just great personalities in the league.
And it's one of the things that I think makes the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League so strong. I mean, so many of these players will play together at the national level. They know each other and they're all friends. And so that just makes the community so strong.
Carson and Danielle Butler just sharing buns there. The three buns are all touching and connecting. DeFore, Carson and Butler. Love that. And also Kayla Best there as well. She had a fantastic season. She's developing behind Piers and Carson. A great goaltending trio it is. And there's that score. Melbourne 4, the Inferno 1. 39 shots in the end from Melbourne. Just shy of a 40-shotter. What a brilliant facility it is at the O'Brien Icehouse. Conlon with her boy. She was great this weekend. Very tough. Such a character too, Steph Conlon. If you haven't already, I suggest you follow her on socials. Quite funny. There's Melbourne Ice now. We'll thank the crowd. They'll make plenty of noise. Have a listen to this roar. Wait, not yet. Conlon will go pick up her stick. They'll get Brenning out there, as Brenning wasn't playing in this one. She'll walk out there. Listen to this cheer. And for the Inferno, they'll embrace the crowd as well. Plenty of noise coming for the Inferno. So the players will line up here on the blue lines and we'll have our official medal presentations. Just great celebrations here at the O'Brien Icehouse. We're going to cut to a quick ad break. Make sure you're back here for all the medal presentations here on AWIHL TV.
This broadcast is powered by Sportscast Australia.
There's something a bit different about Victoria. More than just...
So we're back here on AWIHL TV. Danielle Butler has been awarded the player of the game. What a brilliant showing by Butler. Worked hard all game. Managed to get on the scoreboard as well. Jacob, how did you see her game?
Phenomenal all season, phenomenal in this game. She just knows when we're talking about moments the last couple of weeks leading up into finals, and she had key moments. Those two goals back-to-back in the second period started to put it out of reach for Perth. So yeah, congratulations to Danielle Butler, and well deserved.
Well deserved as well. Was brilliant all season. Danielle Butler was an absolute superstar for this team. at moments over this finals weekend having to do double shifts in a row, stayed out on the ice a long time and really had that X factor for her team. Brilliant stuff. Great to see Butler rewarded with that.
So now we'd like to present the end-of-season awards, which were all voted on by the teams, including Sydney. So the best award this year goes to Sarah Edney from the Sydney Sirens.
So Sarah Edney winning the best forward. It is voted by the team. Sarah Edney had a brilliant season. Sarah Edney, absolute class. Great player in this competition. Played 14 games, 22 goals, 5 assists for 27 points for the year. And that's in a team that was on the bottom of the ladder. They only managed 3 wins. Sarah Edney to score 22 goals was amazing. Best Defence Award, looks like that was awarded to Maya Tupper, as voted by her peers. Tupper obviously playing in defence, 16 games played, 5 goals, 9 assists from defence for 14 points. Managed the 41 penalty minutes, did Maya Tupper, however. But what a fantastic player Maya Tupper is. In fact, Maya Tupper was responsible for getting Petrowski to the club as well, which is actually quite funny. They played college hockey together and Tupper was here for the Adelaide Rush and said, hey, I know a player that's quite handy, I'll get her across. So not only is she a great defenseman, great recruiter as well. So great to see her be rewarded with best defence for the year. Sadly, Tupper didn't play this weekend for the Adelaide Rush.
And the best goalie for 23-24 AWIHL season goes to Sasha King.
No surprise there. Sasha King awarded the best goalie this season, voted by her peers. In the regular season, 14 games, 9 wins, 2 losses, 3 shutouts, a goal average of 2.86 and a save percentage of 92.3. And was a save percentage of over 88 in this game. That's second highest for the season average. Only Janelle Carson beating her on 90. That's in this particular game, however, she had a 92 for the year. Michelle Clark-Crumpton getting her award for the most points in the season. She had 16 games played, 11 goals, 27 assists for 38 points. Next in line was her teammate Salmon, 16, 9 goals, 24 assists and 33 points. So great work there from MCC. So we'll go with the silver medals first for the Inferno.
First up, we have number 3, Lily McClellan.
Lily McClellan, brilliant this season. 14 games played, 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points.
Number 5, Christina
Acker, the captain for Perth. Another brilliant season for her, great leadership. Webb was good today, played really well in this game. Here's the midi, Sarah Sammons. She was brilliant this season. Finished with 33 points for the year, 9 goals, 24 assists. Novartis was fantastic as well. Played a role today. Didn't score a point this year, but just an out-and-out role player. Talking about role players, Irvine as well. Sasha Irvine will get a medal. She was fantastic this season too. Georgia McClellan was huge this weekend. Really had a big input. I thought on the Saturday was probably her best game. Abby Webb also going up. 3 assists for 3 points this season. And Michelle Clark-Crompton, our league leader of points. That impressive 11 goals, 27 assists. LaPrent was brilliant. Played a role today as well this weekend. Had limited minutes, but when was on was effective. And Scala, the Biz. What a season it was for the Biz. 22 goals, 7 assists for 29 points. Won the goal-scoring title last season. Vivian Vu was brilliant in patches throughout the season. The starts that she got, she was able to get some really good wins. Managed 2 wins, did Vivian Vu. And of course, Sasha King, number 1 goalie in the competition, 9 wins, 2 losses this season for 3 shutouts. The only goalie to manage shutouts this season. Mackenzie was brilliant, great import and great support. Mackenzie online, family always watching the stream. Mola Lakoviak, a player to really watch for the future. One of the best young talents in the competition. Magnuson was brilliant this season as well. Marina Noddle, a real character of the Perth Inferno. Great to see Graham and Tony making their way out. The 2 brothers, 3 sets of siblings in this team. Obviously, you've got your Webbs, your McClellans, and then the coaches, Tony and Graham. And chatting yesterday, there could be another King in the team as well. So they'll go across and get their medals. So it was a great story last year. The Perth Inferno were finished in 4th position, won the bronze here on Championship weekend. They do one better this year, they get the silver. Can they come back next year and go one even better and get the gold? They'll have a full complement of medals. They'll work hard. This season was groundbreaking for them. They got their first wins in Melbourne, their first wins in Brisbane, their first wins in Sydney. They were unable to do that the year before, and they're just going from strength to strength. It'd be great to see all the teams stick by the process and maybe recruit 1 or 2 more. And now it's time to award the champions their gold medals. We'll start off with Janelle Carson. What a game it was from Carson. Huge effort, 29 saves today. Brilliant season put together. Baker was brilliant, one of the young talents of this team. Has really gone from strength to strength. One to watch for the future. Same with Newman as well. Newman and Baker playing on the same line as well. Paige Cameron too, young player in defence. And Howe as well, fantastic season from Howe. Gregulis, one of those young talents as well. Represented Australia at the Youth Olympics and now getting a gold medal here. What can we say about Moore? Absolute superstar and captain and great leader. It'd be great for her as a captain to win the Joan McKowen Trophy. Aparicio was amazing this season. An assist weapon, had 23 assists for the season for 31 points. Cochran, brilliant, always trusty as Cochran. Managed 17 points herself, 8 goals and 9 assists. Dutton was brilliant in defence, very strong. You know it's solid in defence when Dutton's around. Shana Godfrey, back-to-back championships for Godfrey. 14 goals this season, 17 assists for 31 points. Marnie Pullen, brilliant in defence, been strong all season. Scored that fantastic goal in this game today as well. One of my favourites, the way that she plays, Steph Conlon, just tough, gritty. Neela Brenning will walk to get her medal as she didn't play in this game. She's been fantastic this season, a great addition to the Melbourne Ice team. 7 goals, 2 assists for 9 points. Talking about great additions to 4, the import, 12 games, 5 goals, 1 assist, 6 points from defence. Kayla Best coming across, one of 3 goaltenders from Melbourne. Raimundo, solid in defence, great support for Raimundo. Big improvement from Raimundo from this year to last year, continues to get better. And of course, Danielle Butler receives one of the biggest cheers from the crowd. 15 games this regular season, 14 goals, 12 assists, 26 points. Curtis Klooster getting his medals as well. Kira Dunwoody and Val Webster will receive theirs. Val being walked out by Dutton. Val Webster, what can you say about Val? Absolute amazing person, Jacob, right?
Having worked with Val and her family for quite a long time, great team manager, great person around the club, and you can see the culture that she's built here over the years that she's been with the Melbourne Ice Women's, and obviously another championship as well.
There was a piece that came out on socials there, and I'll tell you what, watching Val talk about the culture and how you raise girls through the club, I nearly had a tear in my eye watching it, I'll tell you that much. What a selfless human being is Val, and great to see her to have gold around her neck. So brilliant stuff here from the Melbourne Ice. There's all the formalities. There's some people that would like to thank, obviously, on the broadcast. There's a lot that goes on throughout the year. It's not just what you see. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes. So big thank yous to Ice Hockey Australia, Ice Hockey Victoria, the Victorian government for really supporting this finals weekend. Sportscast Australia have obviously been fantastic, bringing you all the coverage, going the extra mile, the extra cameras, replays, all those sorts of things, and so much that goes on behind the scenes. Skaters Network for supporting the replays. And now we'll present the trophy to the captain in Moore. She'll receive the Joan McKowen Trophy. There it is. Kisses for the trophy. Great work. Congratulations, Melbourne Ice. What a brilliant season. We'll just go through some of those thank yous again. Ice Hockey Australia, Ice Hockey Victoria, the Victorian Government, Sportscast Australia, Skaters Network for coming on board, sponsoring the replays, Nazuto Apartments where everybody stays here on Championship weekend, SportsLink Travel, of course, what a venue, the O'Brien Icehouse, and of course the District in Docklands for getting behind the Melbourne Ice. Fantastic stuff. And obviously, it wouldn't be without the commentary crew. A big shout out, Luana Williams, thank you so much for your work this season.
It's been great to be here, Todd. I'm looking forward to next year.
And also as well, the other commentary team, Gordon Goodenough was absolutely brilliant. Andrew McDougall as well. And, geez, I'm putting a bit of a shift to myself. It's been great. I'd also like to thank the AWIHL Board and Commissioner, Michaela Fellows, doing a fantastic job. Mark Weber as well for organising the event here on the weekend. He does a great job, tireless effort. Also Kylie Taylor and all the work that she does behind the scenes. All the families of all the players, the administrators, the officials and everybody that tuned in. Those from tuning in from far away, from North America and local. Just absolutely everybody of the players and all the support that you provide. The fans as well. The fans have been fantastic, and I've met so many people here at the O'Brien Icehouse that come along and support each week, and some of them don't have daughters or sisters or anyone in the team. They're just big supporters of ice hockey in this country, and obviously all the supporters of the AW. If there's anyone that we haven't mentioned, a big thank you and a big shout out to you, and also to all the clubs, the Adelaide Rush, the Brisbane Lightning, the Melbourne Ice, the Perth Inferno and the Sydney Sirens. A big shout out to you all. What a fantastic competition it was. It was played in great spirits all year and such a fantastic competition. So that's it from us. We'd like to say thank you and good night from the team here at Sportscast Australia. We'll leave you with the pictures of the Melbourne Ice celebrating their trophy. in front of King. They're into the slot, almost there from Godfrey. Now DeFore. Acker goes slamming into the boards. Here's Godfrey. Put it into the middle. Shot on! Acker goes slamming into the boards. Lost the Scala. Pullen now in attack. Pullen firing. Pullen money. Scala. Pullen now in attack. Pullen firing. Pullen firing. Mark Brompton. Good pass out here to Scala. Salmons is ahead here. Salmons. Scala. Perth get it. Mark Brompton. Good pass out here to Scala. Salmons is ahead here. Salmons. Scala. The all season. They've battled hard all year. They're on top of the ladder for a lot of the season. They faded late, but they found form at the right time. They got it together here at the O'Brien Icehouse, and they win. Curtis Klooster, first year.
This broadcast is powered by Sportscast Australia.